Obviously, Dolphin tonight, Wenzel Hall was really good. What did you make of his performance, firstly?
Look, that's something you ask Brisbane coach. I'm only worried about my team. Our performance, look, it wasn't good the first half. Second half, I thought we controlled the second half, but we just didn't have any cutting edge. Not enough quality in around the final third.
Did Brisbane surprise you a little bit, the way they set up, like putting more balls into the box than perhaps they have done previously?
No, look, we knew they were going to play with a back three. We set up for it. But we just gave them far too much time and too much space in that first half. They could, O'Shea was running the show pretty much, had so much freedom in the middle of the park, and you got that much time and space, yeah.
The disruption, the delay from the previous game, did that have any effect on sort of timing or the preparation going into this match tonight?
No, both teams had the same conditions, so no issues with that.
You had Tommy and Juric out. How did that affect your preparation coming in?
It didn't really. As I said, we knew, after last week's game that they weren't playing. So the team that started tonight, we worked all week with. So it was just something that we need to have a look at. It's 2 away games now where we haven't put in a very good performance. So it's something that we need to have a look at. I know we've got a lot of younger players, but we need to, fix those problems, because we can't turn up and play that first half like we did tonight. It's makes it very difficult when you allow teams with that much space and that much time.
What did you say to the boys at halftime? Big difference between the first half and the second half. What was your message?
Yeah, look, it was very similar to how we went out. There wasn't a good performance for us in the first half, and we changed our shape a little bit and tried to get a little bit more further up the pitch, because, as I said, and get a little bit more pressure on the ball, give them a few problems. And it started to work well, but then when we got into good areas, we just didn't have the quality to put the ball in the box. We took too long to put the ball in the box, or we didn't have enough players making forward runs to get in there.
When you've got young players, up front in particular, and there were glimpses of what they can show, do you have to, I'm sure you don't have to, but is it something that you have to kind of expect and accept that there's going to be times when they're just not quite firing?
Yeah, most definitely. There's going to be, with the younger players, they have that inconsistency. But it's important that the rest of the squad and the experienced players, like last week, the experienced players really stood up, and they have to provide that even balance for the younger players, and maybe be a little bit harder on them when they see things that was happening like that there was in the first half. We needed to maybe be a little bit stronger as a team and work things out to stop them having so much space and time.
Ryan Kiddo went off at half time. Was that an injury related thing?
Yeah, a little bit. He took that heavy knock. With about 15 minutes to go in the first half, he could have most probably played on, but we changed our shape, so it didn't really matter. He came off. It was more of a tactical.
Val, you got any questions?
Yeah, Carl, you said that Adelaide gave away too much space and time. I mean, how do you correct that, especially away from home? Because it looked like a completely different outfit after, say, from a week ago.
Yeah, it definitely was. And I think we corrected it at half time. I think the second half was much better. We were played in their half a lot more in the second half. First half we just didn't. We allowed them to get into our half far too easily, and second half we pushed up a bit more and reduced their space and time. And I thought second half we were a much better team than we were in the first.
Yeah, you think you need maybe more movement in midfield, connecting to the forwards? It seemed to be a little bit disconnected tonight.
Yeah, it certainly was. As I said earlier, at times we got into some really good positions and we just didn't have the forward runs, or we just didn't have the quality in the pass or make the right pass selection. Something that we need to work on and just keep improving, because tonight it showed that we've still got a long way to go.
And Stephen Moore, he definitely added something in that second half. So would he be good to go from the start next week? And why didn't he start him tonight?
Yeah, look, Stefan had that injury and he was out for a couple of weeks, so we didn't want to take the risk of him playing because of the way that Stefan does. He gives 100% and goes flat out. So we didn't want to put him on and overstretch him. So ideally we wouldn't have put him on at half time if things were going well for us. But we needed to make changes, and Stefan just gives us that little bit more aggression in the middle of the park.
Just the performance of Abichu and Yangi. How did you see that tonight?
Yeah, look, it was good. Considering he's not a right back, he's more of a central defender. He got caught out of position a few times, but overall, I thought he had a good performance, and I thought Cassini was strong. He caused a few issues up front for them, and he'll just get better after that performance tonight.
So where to now? I mean, what do you have to do this week to sort of right the wrongs?
We'll just keep building on the way that we've been playing so far, and just, as you said, improve. There's a lot of room for improvement, and we'll just keep working the way we have been. We've got a certain style that we want to play, and we just keep reinforcing those rules and the way that we want to play.
Thanks, Carl.
Anna, you want to fire a couple questions?
Hi Carl. Just a couple of little silver linings. Like I guess Alassane getting back out there, and Nathan Constantopoulos. We know he had his injury in the past, getting on the score sheet. How much do you take out of those two little positives?
Yeah, look, as you say, we're not going to just look at our negatives tonight. As I said, I think the second half we were much better, and Nathan, he did well. He provided us a little bit more energy in the middle of the park as well when he came on. And Alassane, he's still, it's his first 20 minutes for a long time, and we'll slowly build that because you can see he definitely has something, and the more game time we can get him into the team, the better.
And just throwing forward, are you expecting to, I think you might have said it during the week, get Tommy and Modi Hubby back for your next game?
Yeah, we expect them both to be fit for Friday night, so that will, provide a lot more experience into our team, and we're a far better side with those two players in the team.